A crazed couple pushed their 2 children off a cliff with their own hands. They did it to fraudulently claim $50 million in insurance money. Then they contacted the media to help search for the missing children. To outsiders, they appeared to be pitiful parents who lost their kids. But in reality, they were spending the donations from the public, while counting the $1.4 million they had already received, and planning to buy a 10,000 square foot mansion. However, they never expected this. The younger daughter who fell from the cliff miraculously survived. She looked at her sister's cold body, and swore in her heart that when she grew up, she would get revenge on her parents with her own hands. 20 years later, the girl returned from studying abroad. She disguised herself as a tutor. Her beauty successfully attracted the man's attention. Just as the husband was completely captivated by her, footsteps suddenly came from upstairs. The wife hurried downstairs and questioned what they were doing. The husband lied, saying he fell and the tutor just helped him up. But the wife didn't believe him at all. She pointed at the girl's face and cursed her for being shameless. The girl deliberately put on an innocent look. Seeing his wife's aggressive manner, the husband flew into a rage on the spot. He slapped her 10 times in a row. He cursed her for being old and always overthinking. The girl watched the couple fight fiercely. She was secretly delighted, knowing the first step had succeeded. That night, the man couldn't resist his desire. He quietly pushed open the girl's door, but he was caught by his child. He had to hurriedly leave with his son. This scene was seen clearly by the wife. The next second, she barged into the girl's room. She didn't strike immediately. Instead, she calmly asked the girl, "Did you capture any evidence of my husband cheating?" It turned out the girl had another identity. She was an informant the wife had specially hired to investigate her husband. To further stir up conflict between the couple, she took out several secretly taken photos she had prepared in advance. She lied, saying the man probably had more than one mistress outside. She even suspected he had an illegitimate child. The wife trembled with rage and immediately ordered the girl to investigate thoroughly. The next day, while the wife was away from home, the girl took photos with the man and his children. Then she had someone replace her face and the children's faces in the photos with different ones. She forged a photo of the man with his mistress and illegitimate child. After seeing the photos, the wife immediately believed the girl's claims. The girl reminded her that property was the key issue. If there really was an illegitimate child, that child would also have inheritance rights. The wife nodded immediately and decided to keep her husband calm first. To test her husband's attitude toward her, the wife showed him a picture of a globally limited edition necklace and asked him to buy it. But the man said it was too expensive. He said they had 2 sons to support and should be frugal. The wife immediately brought up old grievances. She cursed him for killing their 2 daughters years ago and making so much money. Now he wasn't even willing to buy her jewelry worth a few million. He must have another woman outside. The two argued more and more fiercely. In the end, the couple completely lost trust in each other. The man turned around angrily and went back to his room, but he privately sent a message to the girl. He said only she was worthy of the jewelry set his wife wanted, and he had already secretly bought it to give to her. The girl knew the time had come. She arranged for someone to forge a love letter imitating the man's handwriting. It was slipped into the package on the day the jewelry arrived. The wife thought this was a gift her husband bought to make amends, but when she opened it, she saw love words written to another woman. She went crazy with rage on the spot. When the man came home, before he could figure out what happened, his wife was cursing at him. In his anger, he pushed her to the ground. He threatened that if she made more trouble, she should get out of this house. The girl appeared again. On the surface, she spoke up for the wife, but she told her a story about a couple committing insurance fraud. In the story, a husband bought his wife an extremely expensive insurance policy, then pushed his wife off a cliff during a trip abroad. In the end, he took all the property and insurance money for himself. The wife's heart trembled when she heard this. She thought about her husband's strange behavior recently. She also thought about how she herself had once killed her own children for insurance money. Deep in her heart, the thought of killing her husband emerged. She told the girl their 20th wedding anniversary was in a few days. She decided to make her move that day. She also hoped the girl would definitely be there. The girl agreed. On the anniversary day, the couple showed off their love in front of everyone. The wife smiled while planning to strike once the banquet ended, to make sure no one would suspect her. But she didn't notice her husband had just called the girl outside. After the girl came out, the man immediately pulled her into a corner. He signaled her not to make any sound. Then he couldn't control himself and started groping her. But the man didn't expect this. All the sounds were being transmitted live through the girl's Bluetooth earpiece. Every guest heard it clearly. The wife was furious and immediately sent everyone to find the girl. At the same time, she was afraid the girl would betray her. If she revealed the plan to murder her husband, she would truly be finished. Meanwhile, the girl was telling the husband a key piece of information. She heard the wife had been frequently mentioning insurance matters lately. The husband's face changed drastically when he heard this. He immediately realized his wife was planning to murder him for the insurance money. Just at that moment, someone told the wife there seemed to be movement in the room. She immediately rushed in.